I'm Ray McNeal. Welcome to Good News Global. I'm coming to you from Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha! Today on Good News Global, we have some great stuff for you. We have a physicist from Northern California who has discovered the best news. He's going to be joining us. But right now, I want to tell you about some really funny things. As you can see, a bear is walking on the freeway in Los Angeles, California. Next, we have for you this interesting thing in Northern California. You know, social distancing is a thing right now. Check out in Dolores Park where they have made parking spots on the lawn for people. Hilarious, right? Let me introduce you without any further ado to Peter Fiekowsky. He is a well-known physicist in Northern California, and he has discovered the most miraculous thing we're all going to be excited about. Hi, Peter. Welcome to Good News Global.
Hi, Marie. Thank you. It's great to be on your show.
Thanks for coming on. So, Peter, I was telling everyone that you're a physicist from Northern California and that you have great news for us.
I do. The good news is that we actually can restore the climate. We can get the climate back to the way it was 100 or 200 years ago. And it won't even be difficult. What's missing is we just have to decide we want to do it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I decide yes.
Okay, good. We've figured out that what we want as humans is a climate that's good for humans. We actually want the same climate that humans evolved for. And right now, the CO2 in the air is what it was for the dinosaurs. We don't want dinosaurs. That was great, but the planet has gone past there.
Did people live during dinosaur age?
No.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. We don't.
It was too hot. It was good for the dinosaurs. It wasn't for people. And I have nothing against dinosaurs, right? If we go back to the dinosaurs, I won't shed a tear, but I probably won't be here. But that was really the key thing, is once you figure out that the climate is for people, then it gets really easy, because humans have only survived on a narrow range of CO2 levels. And so we want to go back to that. It's around 280 parts per million. It's definitely below 300. And we're at 417 now. It's like we're way above what humans have ever survived long term. And the good news is we figured out how to get the CO2 out. And the very cool thing is the methods that actually are cost effective are the same methods that nature figured out over billions of years, because the Earth had a lot of CO2 at various times. And then nature figured out how to reduce the CO2, and it got to a level that life and nature and animals just flourished. And so nature figured out how to stabilize the CO2 there. We can use those same techniques. One of them is producing limestone, because it turns out that on our planet, 99% of all the carbon is in limestone. That's where nature put it. And so there's a company here in Silicon Valley that can take CO2 out of the air or out of exhaust and take calcium, turn it into limestone, like the White Cliffs of Dover. Like the White Cliffs of Dover is limestone that was produced at the bottom of the sea there.
Wow, so you're saying right now how it is that we live in double the amount of carbon dioxide in the air that any human beings have ever survived long term with.
That's right.
So going long term, this could heat up the planet and then humans wouldn't be able to live. Is that correct?
Yeah, the level of CO2 we have now, once things stabilize, because it takes a while for the oceans to warm up. It'll take some number of decades or 100 years or maybe 1,000. But when that happens, there'll be crocodiles in the Arctic and palm trees in the Arctic and the Antarctic.
Okay.
We don't want that.
Thank you. Okay, that's right. Of course, we don't want that. So you're saying that this company in Silicon Valley has learned how to take CO2 out of the air and create it into limestone.
Yeah, then they sell it, because it turns out we use a lot of rock. We use, per person on the planet, 7 tons per person every year for our roads and our buildings.
So roads. We can build roads with this limestone and buildings and all these things with this limestone. So the limestone's totally usable. This is really incredible.
Yeah.
This is like excellent news.
It's excellent news. Yeah, and so it's profitable, and all that's needed, the company that's doing this is beginning to grow, but they could grow much faster. People say, wait a minute, we actually want to save our planet. We actually want to have a proven safe climate. So what your listeners can do is tell their climate experts, tell their government, we want a proven safe climate by 2050.
By 2050, yes! I love it. Peter, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on Good News Global. That is excellent news, and we appreciate all the work everyone's doing around this. Great.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me a platform.
No worries. Aloha.
Aloha.